Maybe something happened. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night.
Oh,
Whichever one we're in, whichever one anyone is in. Hello, how are you today?
can't complain.
Your meh, is that a thing over there, MEH? Meh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Meh.
that's it. That's universal. Universal code for
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm okay. I got up. I had a horrible night of sleep. I don't know if it's all the protein.
Oh, no.
Been trying to eat more protein and low carb, and I don't know. Sometimes that affects my sleeping. But howdy, Jocelyn Carter. Howdy.
Hey,
She is rearing in, riding up in her unicorn.
Cowboys and unicorns. Tell me that's
I
a thing
know,
somewhere.
of
Someone must have
course.
written that, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. In fact, I'll find this series and I'll send you the link. But when I first got into writing in 2016, like late 2000, it was December 2016 when I sat down to write, and then 2017 when I started investigating, like, what is this self-publishing thing and all that. But I got really into Sean Platt and Johnny, I forget their last names, but they wrote like really the Bible for self-publishing, which is do you know what I'm talking about? Write, publish, repeat, I think it's called, or something. Anyway,
Okay.
I'll look them up and I'll put their link out to you or somewhere, but we can put it down below later.
Yeah.
Sean, I'm gonna have to look it up. But anyway, amazing stuff. And so one of the things they've written though is a Unicorn Cowboy series.
Oh, cool.
I know. So I'll send you the thing. Sterling and Stone is the name of their company. Their publishing company. They're down in Austin. Anyway, they have a great podcast. Like, I just love everything about these guys. They're just fun to listen to, and they're funny, and they're kind of crass sometimes, you know.
Awesome.
Anyway, they're just kind of fun. But they have another guy who's with them who writes horror and dark sci-fi. David Wright, so he's his own kind of interesting character. And they have like over 100, like probably 300 works right now between themselves plus the people that write with them, because they've brought on other writers and stuff like that, and just fascinating stuff. So anyway, if you actually want to look at it, it's sterlingandstone.net.
Okay.
So, and I'm trying to find the Western. They do have romance. They wrote a series called The Future of Sex and some other stuff. Let's see. Where is the cowboy one? Because there, Unicorn Western. There you go, Allie. If you're on their website, sterlingandstone.net, go to, I think I'm in their genre, books, action, adventure. There's Unicorn Western right there. It's supposed to be like really far out, but really good. So anyway, I haven't read them. I always intended to, just because they sounded fascinating. And unicorns.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, enough of that. That was a little diversion tangent there. But here, look at all the people we have with us today, Allie.
Hey, people!
We've got Wendy Prassert, better or worse than Mark Dawson? Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. I tell you, my heart is with Sean and Johnny, because Sean, Johnny, and Dave, because they're just more fun to listen to. And I don't know. I like Mark Dawson a lot too, and all of his stuff, but he is British, Allie. He's a little more, I think he's British. I don't know what he is, but he has an
What are you
accent that
saying
sounds
about
British.
people?
He just seems a little more straight-laced as he's going through all the info. So I guess it just,
I see.
they're both spewing out. They're all spewing out the same info. Honestly, self-publishing, everybody spews out the same info. It's just, a matter of who you really like to listen to.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Jocelyn working on antagonist point of view today. I actually have Jocelyn today at 1:00. So while we're on the thing here, I'll listen to it in the background. There's the Contemporary Romance Writers Association has a little workshop today on male archetypes.
Oh, cool! Very cool.
Yeah. Kate Sadler, good morning.
Hi,
Easy
Kate.
Graphics, good morning. Oh, I'm so sorry you have to hop off, but super glad you were here to say hi.
Bye-bye.
Hi, goodbye. And he's just making really good progress on his nonfiction stuff. I don't think any of us are in this for nonprofit. We might be nonprofit for a while, but we're hoping to be profitable. Morningstar, hey. Let's see who else we got. Oh, and Easy says hey to everybody. So nice of Easy. Jocelyn, hi. Megan Pierce, hello.
Hey, Megan.
Megan had some plot issues today. Hopefully got those all worked out and the brain's going. Jocelyn, Unicorn Western sound good. I know. I hope y'all look it up. I'll have to give them a listen. Yes, I'll look for their podcast too. I really enjoyed. They did a really good series. It was in January, and it's on their podcast. You can go back and listen. But it was a whole series of the state of the self-publishing industry right now for 2021, and they had all the major players. Like, I'm trying to think who they had on there. But like Apple Books was on there, all the people, Pro Writing Aid was probably on there. You know what I mean? They had all the major like players in this space were on there giving their opinion about the state of the industry right now. So it was really fascinating. I want to say there's probably a dozen podcasts dealing with specifically that. Really worth a listen. Mary Lou's with us over on Facebook. Hey.
Hi,
she is brainstorming for some edits for book 1. Yay. Morning, everyone, whoever Facebook user is, and Kate Sadler. I'm editing today. I know Facebook users and YouTubers, you can't see each other. We'll try to translate between, or join us over on, I guess it'd be easier when on YouTube. Kate Sadler's editing today. I do non-profit on Easy Graphics and YouTube for all free. That's the F word. It's my second F word, free. Marie, okay, thanks for being here, Marie. Yay, writing her fantasy. I don't know which one she's working on today. You have to tell us, Marie. Okay, everyone, tell us what you're working on today. Allie, what are you working on today? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm going to load my thing up in a second and have a look. But before I do that, I would just like to say, Windy Presser, I read your book, and I loved your book, but your book did make me cry a lot.
Oh, that's a good thing.
I don't know if I was having a bad day, but I cried for like 3 hours.
Okay, which book did you read? You have to tell us. You have to tell us.
Caretaker that we saw last week on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like, it was awesome. The book was awesome. I loved it, but just so much. Like, was I having a bad day, or is your book actually that sad?
Oh my gosh. Wendy, you have to tell us. Wow. That's awesome though, Allie. That's great. And I'm glad you're not giving away anything as to why there was so much crying.
I'm not joking, Easy Graphics. It was a lot of tears and a shocking headache afterwards.
I don't know. From Wendy's response, she says, "Oh, I'm sorry." She like, "Holy crap! I didn't mean to make people cry." See, look, she says, "I hope it made you laugh too." She wants more laughing than crying.
Yeah, I enjoyed the book.
Were you laughing though? Were there laughing bits?
Not during the crying.
They weren't laugh crying.
No, I might have been having just a really bad day.
Aww. I just saw I don't know what I was on this morning, whatever social media I was on this morning. And there was I think a Chinese guy was proposing to one of the Chinese women who had just won a silver medal, I think in diving or something like that. And all the cameras were on them. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, could you imagine being proposed to? What if you didn't really want to say yes and you've got the whole world watching this on the Olympics? Pressure. Yeah, I wonder if he planned it that way. But I thought to myself, that is like the best opening to a romance novel. And I'm going to take it because I thought, like, you know, how could you say no in front of, like, would you? I want to know from everybody watching, would you say no if a guy proposed to you? Like, let's say you were kind of, you were dating, but you knew he just maybe wasn't the one. But you were, you know, happy enough to go along with it, and he proposes in front of you as you won the silver medal. After you were on the podium, silver medal, camera's still on you. Like, would you say no in that arena?
Or medal that I've worked my butt off for,
and he's stealing the limelight too.
Won. Like, dude, this is my moment.
That's right. He stole the limelight from her. All her effort of 4 years working for the Olympics. I didn't even think about that till now, but you're right. Like, I'd be a little pissed even if I wanted to say yes. I would be like, there would have been a better time for this. Like tonight, when we were celebrating with champagne and a great meal that I haven't been able to eat for 4 years preparing for this thing. You know, that's like the first thing I would do if I had been working really hard and making my body, you know, perform. Like, I would want the best meal ever and wine and beer or whatever, and be like, you know, let it all go for one night, you know, after I won. I mean, even if I lost, probably that too. But
it seems like, you know, that's one of those times that you just expect no one's going to say no. So it feels like that's more about putting pressure on to make sure she can't say no than actually, I think that'd be the most romantic moment.
And you know what? I don't know a lot of Chinese people, but she was standout. I mean, she was crying, but maybe it was her nerves, or maybe she was like, holy shit, you know, but she was like real, like she wasn't, oh my gosh, yes, you know, put your arms around. I mean, she was standoffish and just going, oh, crying. And he put the ring on her finger and then he went to hug her, you know, I mean, have you seen the footage? I'm like trying to read into her to see, was she really happy or not?
It's hard to tell. And like, because the culture is so different. And I know I saw a thing about there being a lot of, there was an interview that a journalist did with a female shot putter, something like that, Chinese one, and basically was like, well, you're a very manly woman. Do you ever think about being maybe more girly and maybe you could get married like a proper woman should?
Oh, I mean, my gosh.
I'm paraphrasing slightly.
Wow.
Slightly. It was that bad. So I don't know.
Yeah. There might be too much of a male patriarchy there to, you know.
But then equally, you know what? In a particular relationship where the guy has been just all the supportive and all the thing, and she thinks that that would be the most romantic moment, and they've talked about it, and, you know, she's been like, that would be so romantic.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be an amazing thing.
Yeah. Like, maybe she was super happy
and assume that,
right, and paralyzed, so paralyzed with the shock of him actually doing this.
Oh my God, I won, and the thing, and wow.
And I won the love of my life. Yes. Yeah. But still, it's interesting from a Western perspective, trying to read into her, you know.
Yeah.
So. I think we're getting a mixed bag. I'd reject because you're amazing. You've just proven it to the world. There's no way I would humiliate the guy publicly. I know.
See, Wendy's lovely.
Women have a hard enough time not to be erased. I'd be pissed to have him steal the thunder. I know. It's such a hard time. Like, again, I think that could have been done later, you know?
Yeah. And like, getting married is not the pinnacle of achievement. Yeah. Winning an Olympic medal, that is the pinnacle of achievement. I want to celebrate that.
Yeah.
Let's worry about the marriage later.
Very interesting. All righty. That was the topic of the day. We better hit into our first 20. I hope y'all are writing and editing. Shay, I'm editing. Megan's editing. A bunch of us are working. So let's get into it, shall we, Allie?
Let's do it.
Let's start with the dogs today.
Thanks.
See you guys in 20.
See you in 20.
And we're back, everyone. Let me
Oh,
Alexis Briggs has joined us. Let's see what she's saying here. Oh my God. Oh, Mia. Oh my God. I forgot this was on, and that's no came on. Oh, yes. Yeah, the typing. Well, it's meant to whip you back into out of your sprint mode and take a 5-minute or so break. And yes. And then we'll get back into writing. Allie Dover, you have your cute little logo there. Love it.
Yeah.
Allie Dover, author. She has switched from editor mode to author mode.
Yep.
Transformed. Allie Alexis Briggs, I've actually been writing my story while riding the bus to work every day. Good. And home. You know, yes. Got to do it where you can, everywhere you can. That's awesome. Love that. Nice. I thought you were going to say something about bike because I am finally on my bike desk. I love it. Love it. Love it. I just love it. I'm so glad I got to finally.
That's awesome.
Yes. Hi, Morningstar, M-Star. Okay, how'd y'all do? So let us know. How'd you do, Allie, on that 20-minute sprint?
Not great. I'm reading. I'm trying to find the bit that I'm going wrong on relationship-wise, which is tricky because I don't really know where it is. So yeah, I'm trying to find the bit that jumps out at me and goes, here is where you need stuff.
What do you think is wrong, though? Because I thought those suggestions that were given yesterday were pretty good. Didn't
Yeah, I need to find where to, like, because both Megan and Kate have said that there needs to be more conflict in the relationship. So I need to find where I can put that in.
So now they're not, one is a witch and one is not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, could there be similarities to, like, you know, falling in love with somebody who is not of your race or religion, or, you know, there's those kind of conflicts that are often between issues between people.
Yeah. I don't know, because he's very pro-witch and she's very pro-human. So I kind of feel like that's not going to be, not to start with anyway, going to be a bigger problem. I'm thinking more the fact that they've already done the thing and then she has to go and work for him.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's
so the conflict between them is that they already have a lot of sexual tension and they know what each other is like, and now they have to work with each other and they have to stay away from each other. Is that the conflict?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try and be pushing them apart and, like, I really like you, but I can't get closer because I'm gonna be your boss.
Could there be, so there's that, but there could also still be another conflict between them because there's only so much you can do with that. I wrote my other billionaire story was along those lines, but maybe, like, I'm just thinking what other smaller conflict can you put into play? Because you have to have something that's gonna break them up at some point, right? Do you have a breakup point or a point where there's just this huge, the conflict is just too much and they walk away and then they come back together?
I have that plotted somewhere in one of my many plotting documents, of which I have probably more than I should to keep everything organized.
Mia says, even being pro whatever, that would be hard on a couple.
Yeah, but that's not going to come in right at the beginning because at the beginning they don't both know.
Yeah.
So.
But at some point they're going to be working for each other. They're both pro each other, but there are outside influences who are not as pro, right? So won't that cause a conflict too? Because they'll be, like, wanting to be one way with each other, accepting or whatever, but then the outside world has these influences on, you know, their opinions, and the world that they're working in together has certain opinions, right? So that could cause conflict. And, you know, like, I'm thinking if there's a situation where he's, you know, they're arguing or they're in front of people, other people, and he has to act a certain way, and then it just upsets her, and then they have to talk about it behind the scenes because she knows personally, privately, he wouldn't normally be that way, but, or the opposite, she. but they have to work out that, in public. So that's one argument they could have, how there's this duality they have to live. I don't know if you have that built in, some kind of thing like that, because she does have to keep it secret, right?
No.
Oh, she isn't. Okay.
She's not allowed to keep it secret. It's illegal.
Oh, right. But isn't she
to register
for a little bit? Yeah. When she finds out.
So yeah, she is. She hasn't told anyone to start with, so she doesn't know that he knows. But yeah, it's not legal. She has to register so that everyone can know.
Megan says there's the external conflict that can cause the internal conflict. Yeah. He keeps trying to fix it, and that frustrates her.
It's going to take a little while for that to come in, though. I think to start with, it's going to have to be a case of boss and
employee. Yeah.
Mia
saying, well, is not knowing a conflict too? And do they have to hide their relationship from others?
No, I've literally taken out all those potential conflicts. Because why not make it harder for yourself if you can? I mean,
that could be kind of fun too.
Make it harder for yourself.
That could be kind of fun too, is that they have to act one way in public, but they actually do get together in private often. I don't know. It's interesting to watch you go through this.
I'll fix it. I'll find it.
I know you will.
I appreciate all your ideas, because they will, what's the word? Something in my brain.
Yeah. Your little synapses in your brain will make connections and stuff.
Yeah. And eventually I'll be like that. And everyone will be like, we told you that.
Everybody's in.
And I'll be like, I know. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Okay, so Allie Alexis Briggs has two baby bunnies. Very cute.
Oh my God.
I love the names. Torty and Snow. Gonna catalog those names for future pets in my books. Torty, that's cute. Snow is an escape artist and Torty is adventurous. Oh, they've got to go in your books, Allie. Let's see. Summer is over. Allie, is summer over in the UK? We have two Allies, Allie Y and Allie I.
Did you not hear the rain when we were talking earlier? It was absolutely chucking it down at the start of our sprint.
Chucking you down? It was chucking you down? Chucking it down. No. But I love it. I will from now on. I'll see what my kids think next time I use that.
Chucking it down.
Look at outside. It's chucking it down.
What do you guys say then?
It's pouring down rain.
You have like bucketing as well.
Bucketing.
Yeah.
God, I wish I was born in the wrong country. I wish I could say all the cool stuff.
I think y'all have some cool stuff. Like y'all. That is like the most awesome thing in the world.
It is a good word because it's for everybody, y'all, no matter who they are. Yes. Let's see. Megan says at the beginning of the push-pull conflict is the best one in romance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love a good romance. Okay. Well, this is great. It's dumping here, Allie says. So, and we have buckets as a phrase. Yeah. All right. Well, very good. We better head into our second 20.
Okay.
And let's bring on the chairs today because it's beautiful. I love this chairs picture. I really want to be on this next chairs picture. If you guys who weren't with us Tuesday or Wednesday this week, you won't know what I'm talking about, but you're about to. It's Allie's favorite too. You ready, Allie? Next 20. We'll see you guys in 20.
Woo. See you in 20.
Hey, everybody, we are back. How did everyone do that time? Let us know. How'd you do that time, Molly?
I added a little bit in that confused or gave rise to the rumour that Doug had a magic penis.
Oh.
For Megan. So I've fixed that. So hopefully that will no longer be the uppermost thought. How about you? How did you do?
Out of context, that is such a fun topic.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, I did good. I'm just rethinking kind of the first line in the first chapter. So it's like, struggle.
Yes. Yes.
Because I had my whole entire book started one way. And then in this last round, I had rewritten it, added some stuff to the front of it.
Yeah.
And now I'm just trying to think if that was the best line to start with. So, yeah, it's all fun. All fun and games until you get to editing.
Yes.
Then it's not so fun anymore. No, just kidding.
No.
Megan Pierce, thank you. Be about the magic peen that you were talking
Yeah.
about. Which I had no idea what peen meant until recently. So,
oh, really?
I've never heard that before. Was this
Fun
like
new
a
vocabulary?
I know. Was this like a millennial or younger thing? I don't know.
Don't know.
We can't.
I've only heard it in the last few months. So.
We can't just say the actual word. Now we have a nickname for it, which is fine.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm replotted to the 25% mark. Now I can
Yay!
editing, writing. Yay! Good job.
Good job. Megan.
Mia's with us over on Facebook. Thanks for joining us, Mia. If you haven't read her books, go check her out, by the way. She has several. Formatting a print book. It's going well. 6x9 is 120 pages less than, 5 by 5.5 by 8.5, which I knew, but I didn't want to admit it. Interesting.
That's a lot of pages less.
That is.
Wow.
Just for that's only half an inch both ways. That's weird. Yeah. I know 5 by 8, which is what I went with my books, which I'm going to continue for the rest of the series because I feel like, I feel like if I had all 5 books sitting there and I had 5 by 8 for the first 2 and 6 by 9 for the last 3, it'd be like, I don't know. I feel like you got to have it all the same. So, but I think if I'm writing longer, these last 3 books, then they're going to be thicker, which is fine because I have This is Beta Synth and That Was Anna's a little bit more. And it's like, so be it. But I can imagine. I would love to do 6 by 9 if I start writing these longer, 65K or longer stories. I don't know.
They're the big ones, though, aren't they?
You have what? I didn't hear you.
They're the big ones, the books.
The 6 by 9. I think so.
I'm still listening.
Yeah.
I'm just.
That Mia says that's why I'm trying to decide, but these are big books. I know. So if these are a new series, it's kind of fun. You can start, you can do whatever you want because that's why we're in this business. So we can do whatever we want.
Right.
But
Whoa.
JD Robb.
Where's my camera?
Yep.
So trying to compare the book sizes.
I know. Look at you, JD Robb. What's the name of the book? Faithless?
Faithless in Death. I haven't read this one yet. My mum just gave it to me. But I prefer holding books this size. I don't like the bigger ones. I don't know if this is
Hold
6
it
by
up
9.
next to each other again. And that looks like 5 by 8 versus 6 by 9. Yeah.
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 But I so much prefer this size. And until they get really fat and then you can't hold it in one hand. But this, I find it's really uncomfortable to hold it in one hand, no matter how big, because it's just so much bigger than my hands. So.
Yeah. The Twilight novels were all so thick too, and I had all of those. And then the Outlanders they must be smaller. I feel like they're 5 by 8 and then they're really thick. Very interesting preferences. My mom and aunt had to go, they're in their 70s, so they had to go to Devices just because of their arthritis and holding books and being the avid readers that they are. The devices
Yeah.
are much better. So as much as they prefer paperbacks, it's just harder for them to hold, you know?
Yeah.
With a
And
device,
plus-
they can set it down and just swipe now and then. And, you know.
And you can increase the text, so you don't have to get new glasses or a new book in big print, you know.
Yeah. But there is something about holding that darn book now and then, you know?
Yeah.
Kate Sadler edited 2 chapters. I'm so ready to be done with this
Yay.
book. We are
Which
too,
book's
because
that,
we want
Kate?
more romance. Remember, she's finishing up the fantasy, her urban fantasy, I think it was. Isn't that what she's working on right now?
Working on like 3 different books over the last 3 weeks, I swear.
I think she wants to finish up the fantasy so she can focus more on her romance. I'm fingers crossed for that one for Kate, for sure. You can do it, Kate. Okay, another Facebook user who I think we decided was Marie.
Oh, it was Marie.
What's the word count, Mia? Yes, we want to know if you're trying to decide. Okay, this one is 113K. The next is 119. And we won't talk about book 3. Yes, I would do 6x9. How fun to do a larger size. And then I didn't realize it. Frankly, it doesn't care. I don't really care. I guess if I were selling a ton of paperbacks, I would care, I suppose. But I guess Amazon charges more for the 5x8 if you have that many words because it's more pages. And I never even thought about it.
Also, your cover changes when you have like the full wrap because the size has to change, doesn't it?
Exactly. Which I'm trying to decide honestly, I don't know that I'm not selling a ton of paperbacks or anything, but maybe someday I will. But for this paperback, for this first series, it's like the spine was slightly off, and I think I'll need to go back to my cover artist because on the spine I can see a sliver. It was a dark spine with my titles in white, but there was still a sliver of the color of the back cover. So I don't know if that's an Amazon thing or if it's a book cover artist thing where she needs to go back in and just maybe expand even though I had the exact right pages to her and all of that. So kind of, I'm kind of like, it's just a sliver, but I don't know. I guess should I be more anal about it? I don't know. So I just kind of put it off. It's just my first series. And are there readers out there who see the spine and they're like, geez, there's a sliver. I'm like, okay, like you see this. I don't know if you can see this right here. See how there's maybe it's designed that way. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know. I would have thought that the spine should have been its own color all the way down with no bleed from the front to the back. Anyway, it's all a learning experience. And I'm not selling a ton of paperbacks, and I don't know that readers care, so I'm not quite sure I'm going to fiddle with it. But I do want to know, in the future, as I get hopefully more books and all that, what should it be?
Yeah.
Haha, we shall not speak of book 3. Gotcha. Kate Sadler, I'm editing the romance right now, the fantasy first draft is sitting for a few. Oh, so she's editing the romance. Okay. But she wants to be rid of the romance. I'm sorry. Was it Isla's book? My mom read that one. Okay, I'm wrong. It's 5x8 versus 6x9. I went and measured my publisher's book. I'm using that template. I would never even notice that. LOL. I know, right? I don't know. It's interesting. But again, I'm not selling a ton of paperbacks, so I'm not worried about it. But I did order some to sign at some point and send out. When the series is done, I want to do a signed series thing. But I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah.
It's all interesting. Okay, yes, it's Isla's book. She's trying to finish up. Yay.
Excellent.
My mom beta read that. My mom is living
ready to read it.
I know. Yeah. My mom's living her best life over in France, so she is still reading, but she's out and about a lot more, walking and just, they use this app called Marco Polo on our phones, and so from there she's been able to video every day. And my aunt's been driving my uncle across the country. My uncle's like 95, and they every summer have taken these driving trips from Arizona up to Minnesota and North Dakota. And so there's been a lot of photos coming back and videos from her there. And so it's kind of fun, to see where people have been and keep up with them, even though, and I never video back. I'm such a bad daughter and niece. I'm just in my own little world. I watch them, but I let a dozen of them or more. And there's literally 28 videos I have to watch right now. I mean, they're all short, like a minute or something, and I love watching them, but I just like, I don't have a lot of time. So I usually watch them while I'm doing makeup or the dishes or something just to try to catch up. But it's fun to keep in touch with them. Do you, you have your parents right there, so you keep in touch a lot. Lucky you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Close enough to final edits and patient to have it done. I know. Let's see how nice that they're all communicating. Yes. Yes. It is nice that they do.
Yeah.
I'm just the bad one who doesn't.
But like, you're sitting in your house, you're not traveling.
There's not much going on. I mean, today's journey. Here am I at my desk. Would you like to see today's mess? Yeah. I don't know. There's not. It's been one of those summers. Anyway, so we hit our final third. Let's go into it. All right. Final third 20 minutes. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Glad we're all getting stuff done. Okay. Hello, we are back. How did everyone do? Tell us in the chat. We would love to celebrate your work today.
Hello.
Hello.
How did you do?
I switched to graphics making. My avoidance of editing as I was frustrated with the beginning. Well, what happened was I then decided to double check like some of my chapter, like how long my chapters are, and just start seeing, okay, how much could I cut from chapter 1 and still be in line with everything else? And then somehow, because that's on my Chromebook onto my big screen, the chapters words were everywhere. It's like, ugh. So I'm gonna have to like go back and bring up, you know, the last one, previous one that I had saved, and I just like frustrated. So I got out and I like fiddled with graphics for a minute instead. But I'll get back to it because I have to edit this thing. So
Yeah, you will.
you know, I will. It'll be all right. I just have to. And I kept telling myself that whole time, okay, 1 more minute. And then, you know, stupid you got to go back. You know, you have to do this. I'm like Kate today, you know, I know I have to do this stupid book and get it, you know. And I love this book. I love the characters. It's not that. It's just like, I don't know. I've always been that creative person. Once I do something, it's like I've done it.
That's done. Yeah, editing is a real pain for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was me thinking we just like killing people, Megan. Yeah. We're always giving her crap about killing people, and it's okay. Megan writes about killing people off. It's all right.
Yeah. It's fine for her to
There
do
is no killing off shame here. Nothing. None of that. I mean, it's the psychos killing people, so they kind of deserve it. Yeah, we go hand in hand. Got another couple chapters edited. All right, Kate. Good job. Megan lost 70 words rewriting a scene, but made it better. Yes. That's what we do.
You can't work on word count when you're editing. That doesn't work.
No, but I was just looking at the chapters, like, you know, because it seems like an awfully long chapter, and then I'm realizing like chapter 6 is actually even longer, and it's like, I know that not every chapter has to be consistently the same exact words, but I don't know. I think it was just avoidance. It was just, I'm stuck editing. Let me just do this instead. You know, let me just double check all the words of my chapters. You know?
Don't know what you're talking about. See, I've never done such a thing.
I know. Life is crazy. Anyway, I will get on the ball here. I will. I'm going to keep going all afternoon. Yes, I have to. So, and it's fine. I'll be there. I might grab 1 more coffee, and I'm going to put on some Sprint music, and I'm just going to go to town. So how did everyone else do? So glad you guys got some editing done. Things are happening. Allie, how do you feel about your work?
Yeah, it's going okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to stop and do actual work, which is frustrating, but pays the bills. So, you know.
Yes, I know that too.
And I've got some beta reading as well that I've got to be doing.
Who are you beta reading for?
Beta reading for Annie Ray.
Her new shifter, the dragon one. That's the alternate timeline.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And she just got selected. Did you see that in her? I think it was on her Instagram. She just got selected for. Was it a what do they call that when a bunch of authors get together and write? Anthology. I think it's for Christmas.
No, I haven't seen that. That's awesome.
It's on her Instagram page, author Annie Ray. Yes, she's doing really good. I love her TikToks with her husband. Have you seen those?
I've seen a couple of them.
Her husband is so in this with her, and so there was the latest one about him doing the shopping and stuff so that she could finish editing. I'm like, goals. You know? That's funny. Anyway, we all have supportive husbands in different ways.
Yes.
Mine is out working, so I can stay home and have fun. So I can't fault him for that. So, and if we work together in the same business, we'd kill each other. We've already talked about that in the past. So anyway, all right. Well, very good. So yeah, you got anything fun going on this weekend? Any other than work? No.
Sadly not. Working, beta reading, writing. That's my
Mm-hmm.
That's my weekend plans.
Mm-hmm. You kids doing anything fun? Anyone doing anything with the kids? Just your husband watching?
No,
Yeah.
no, they're not going to be going out or anything with the weather like this.
So your summer doesn't last that long there, huh?
Summer's like a week, maybe. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it's a week of everyone going, it's too hot, make the hot stop.
Yeah.
And then the hot stops, and everyone goes, it's raining, it's too raining, make the rain. We're just never happy over here.
Yeah. It's a British thing, right?
Yep.
Well, I have no plans either except doing this. And we're going to write on Tuesday?
Yes.
Tuesday at 3 o'clock?
Yes.
So shouldn't be any issues. Pretty sure we're both okay with that. So, so we'll write Tuesday, we'll write Saturday. Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, Saturday 10 a.m. Noon Eastern, sorry. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I don't want to get you on there earlier. Oh, that's great. Okay, well, I hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend.
Yeah, lovely weekends, people. I wish you better weather than we're having.
I think Pennsylvania is probably the twin to England. It's gloomy outside today. All right, well, let's let everyone off so they can get back to their summertime programming as usual. And we will.
Yeah. Hey, Megan, have you been enjoying the Olympics? Has it gone well? Has anyone been watching that?
I have been at night. I catch up with my husband. Yeah, but I know Megan was really into it too. When I go to PT, they literally rigged up a television so they could watch it nonstop through PT,
Wow.
physical therapy.
Yeah.
I'm like, geez, that's really die hard at work to be watching it. But Megan says it's supposed to be hot in Michigan. There you go. Yep.
Cool.
But yeah, I like them. I mean, it's fun to see, what I haven't seen so much this year, and maybe it's because I'm not watching it all day. I'm only watching in the evening, but even in the evening when they're showing what's going on and stuff, I haven't seen as many stories of the triumph, of their defeat and their triumph. Like they'll usually cut away from the action to show you, how this Olympian, was so defeated and on their last breath and then came back to life and you know what I mean? Those feel-good stories. Yeah. I haven't seen as many of those this year. So I don't know. They must be playing them not in the day. Like literally it's 9 p.m. till about midnight if I'm watching it. So maybe they don't do as many of those then. I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, Megan says she's going to message you privately. Oh, she's ranting. Oh, okay, Megan.
You rant away, Megan. That's fine.
You don't want to rant in front of us? That's fine. All right. Easy Graphics is back, but we're about to log off.
Oh, hey,
but great to say hey again.
Good timing.
All right. That's it then. That's it from us. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. All right.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Yes, everyone enjoy. Take care.